I love spooky season. Don't get me wrong. I love everything that comes with spooky season.
I don't think you do. Controversial opinion. I don't think you do.
Okay,
only
what do you think of me?
Only,
what do you think of me?
No, only because it was literally week 2 into our spooky reading book, and you were like, "I'm over this," and I was like, "What do you mean? We barely started."
I just think that I'm one girl. I'm just one 2-inch girl. You can't tell because we have the camera really close up. It's huge.
Yeah, that's true. It's very close.
I'm just one girl and I'm not strong. I'm not. So like when people are like, I'm like crying. People like die in books.
When people tell you to read a spooky book, you're just like,
I can't do it. Me with my pumpkin spice, which I fucking eat that shit up. Mm-hmm. Reading a spooky book I feel like, I don't know if you feel the same way. When we start reading spooky books, I'm like, hell yeah. Okay, that's good. And then 3 books in, I'm like, okay, I feel so much dread, but keep going. And I just feel like I'm slowly caving in on myself.
Losing yourself.
Where's them cozy romances that are Halloween? Why didn't we read any spooky romance books?
Like dark romance?
I don't think I'm a dark romance fan. I don't think I'm a dark romance girly.
What are you talking about? Yes, you are.
You liked Den of Vipers once, and all of a sudden everyone thinks you're a romance girly.
You loved Den of Vipers.
I did not love Den of Vipers.
And
did it make me cry once or twice? Yes. Actually, no. 3 times.
And you loved the Peter Pan one.
Okay, that's different. There was heart in that one.
Oh my god. And you loved Haunting Addie the Baddie.
I did not.
Yes, you did.
No, I didn't.
Go back to that
one.
What
did I rate it? If I did anything above a 3, you're lying. I'm just not. It doesn't satisfy me.
Does it spark joy in you?
No, it hurts me. It makes me sad.
I feel like a lot of the dark romances we've read have kind of been just a regurgitation of the last dark romance we read.
Except for Den of Vipers.
No, that one is a special. That one was insufferably long.
I loved it.
You're lying.
I loved it, but don't get me wrong. I'm just not. When it comes to dark romance, it kind of like hurts me a little bit.
Why?
I don't like when girlies get hurt.
Oh, okay.
Makes me sad.
Makes you sad?
A little bit.
Okay.
And that's all we're reading right now. Girlies getting hurt without reason. Yeah, without reason. I was thinking about it. No, yeah, without reason. That's it. Imagine that's how we cut our
I don't think we've really read really scary books though.
No, we haven't. Should we? Should we read something that really fucks us up that when we show up we're just kind of like you know what I mean? Just looking at the camera like we did that shit. I think we should.
We should, but I don't know what.
We'll talk about it later off camera. Mm-hmm. Damn. Well, you know what? I lay awake at night thinking, what has Eep done for me? Edgar Allan Poe, if you don't know. Mm-hmm. Oh, I rhymed. I do all the time. Okay, so I was like, what has Eep done for me recently? Mm-hmm. And but then I asked the better question because that wasn't the question I wanted to ask. What can I do for Edgar Allan Poe?
And that is...
I can't think of words.
And what can you do for Edgar?
I'm going to let his memory live on. That was my joke. Do you think going back into a gothic, spooky ass story where maybe you drank river water, but you know what? The past is behind you. Do you think that type of book can fix your life?
He didn't drink river water.
No, but he would have.
I think that could fix my life. Maybe, possibly.
Well, it's going to. Welcome to the Book Fix Podcast, a podcast where we fix lives one sip of river water at a time. I'm your host, Cheli.
And I'm your host, Yajaira. Is this an Eep retelling? Because I don't think it is.
No, I think this is with Eep vibes, with Eep gothic vibes. This is just, is it folklore?
I think so. Possibly.
Let us know down below because we're not sure. We're back with our main character, Alex.
Yes, we're going to be talking about What Feasts at Night by T. Kingfisher. This is the second book in this. The Sworn Soldier. Whoa.
Before we start, I just want to say we are just going to deep dive into this book. So there's going to be hella spoilers. But also, if for some reason there's just a little bit of a memory gap, we're just going to fill that shit in. Because that's what we do here. So I want you to realize when I lose the sparkle in my eye, when I'm making this shit up. I'm just kidding.
We're using context clues.
Yes. Oh, wow. What a nicer way to say it. Why don't we start off with our protagonist, Alex?
Okay.
It's been years since the first book, right?
Years? No, he's on his way home. He's going home.
Oh, I thought it had been years. Never mind. I'm wrong. I'm already wrong. Sentence one.
Well, he didn't say if it had been years. I had just assumed that this was him going back home. And it basically says, certainly the stretch of my homeland that I found myself riding through was as deep and as dark as something out of a fairy tale. So he's describing, the way that the trees look, that they lost their leaves. It might mean that the woods had opened up. If you think that, you have likely never been to Gallacia. That's where he is from.
Gallacia. How do they spell that?
Gallacia.
Gallacia.
Like it's Gallacia.
No, I think you're right. Gallacia is how they said it. I just didn't know how it looked.
I do really like the descriptions, though, of the serrated ranks of pine lined the road with the bare branches of oaks thrusting out between them like arthritic fingers. Alex is just unintentionally a poet.
Love that for them. Love that for them. Just spitting out like summer's day and shit. I don't remember that one.
Summer's day, autumn is night. Maybe. I don't know.
She's a baddie. Period. She's like, wow, Alex, ate that shit up. So Alex is going home. With what happens in this story, did everything happen at home at Gallacia?
Yes.
Okay.
Where he lives, yeah.
Are they by themselves at this point?
It's just Alex and Angus.
Okay.
And Hob.
Yeah.
The horse.
So Batman, Robin, and Hob. Mm-hmm. So
and their Batmobile.
When they show up here, I don't remember the beats, but someone immediately dies.
So when they show up to Alex's home, they realize that whoever was taking care of the house, Codron was nowhere to be found, which was weird because Codron was very orderly and would leave everything very limpiecito. Mm-hmm. So when he went to Codron's room, everything was kind of like disheveled. So Alex was like, there's no way Codron just left this place looking like this. There's no way. That's not Codron. That's not the Codron that I know.
That's funny.
So then they quickly find out. I don't remember. Oh, it was Angus. Angus tells Alex, Codron's dead. He's been gone now for a minute. Mm-hmm. And so I think they end up going to Codron's daughter's house.
Is Codron's daughter the older woman?
She is an older woman, yeah.
Okay.
But she's not mentioned again.
Okay.
So they end up going, and I just think it's kind of funny because Alex is reasonably unsure of how to handle the situation because they're thinking, okay, I should go to Codron's daughter's house and pay my condolences, say sorry, loved Codron. And he always reminisced on Codron making Alex tea. Mm-hmm. Like Alex was just like, that really meant a lot to me because I was really sick. And then Codron brought me tea. That was really nice and chill. Yeah. And so I thought it was funny that while they're standing outside of Codron's daughter's house, Alex is like, damn, what do I even say? Like, this is so weird and awkward. Sorry that happened.
So funny.
I just thought that was funny because I thought it was kind of like relatable. Like, because even Alex says there's nothing you can say.
Yeah.
So then they tell her, and I think Alex asks the daughter how Codron passed away. Mm-hmm. She's very standoffish, and Alex immediately thinks it's because of the paychecks. Alex is thinking, oh, maybe she thinks that I'm going to ask for the money back because if Codrin's been dead for a while, I've just been sending paychecks for no reason to nobody. And so then Alex asks how Codrin passed. And she explains inflammation of the lungs. And that's all it was. And slams the door on Alex's face.
Inflammation of the lungs. Hold on. Isn't that what they're supposed to do?
Aren't they supposed to be inflamed?
And then deflame?
I'm not sure.
The word. So did Boy die in his sleep too? Was that a thing?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure. R.I.P. Codrin. Codrin is talked about a lot in this book.
It feels like a familiar friend.
Yeah.
I know them fondly.
I feel like I lost Codrin. But where does the story take us, the setting?
It's just Alex's house.
So who are the people at Alex's house?
So Codrin was the one who took care of the house. So Alex tasked Angus to find someone new, like to find a maid, I guess, and then someone to take care of the house. You know, they wanted someone who could cook for them and then someone else who would take care of the landscape.
Yeah.
And I thought it was so funny how Angus comes back and is like, damn, nobody wants to work on this house. Not one person wants to work here until they find someone who is desperate enough. And it was the widow Betatsu?
They just call her the widow.
They just called her the widow, and she has a son named Boris.
Boris. Is Boris an older man?
I think so, yeah.
Okay. That's what I thought.
Oh, well, no. He was a large, amiable young man who chopped firewood and milked goats and lifted heavy objects with one hand.
Okay. I was about to roast him. Never mind. I thought this was a man who's like, Mama, I burned my hand. And was like following his mom everywhere. So I was just kind of like, But they were a package deal. They came together.
Yes.
Right? Mm-hmm. At this point, Boris is just chilling.
Yes.
Right? Mm-hmm. But the widow, she's kind of like...
She's not that nice.
She's not nice. And she's very... believes in the supernatural. So she does really weird shit. And Alex is like, I'm not going to tell her off. I'm going to be nice about it. Because I really like the way she cooks. So I'm just not going to say anything.
Well, I don't think the cooking was anything spectacular. I think that Alex knew they had no other option. There was no one else who wanted to work there.
Mm-hmm. So Alex was very polite. Mm-hmm. Even though Alex did not want to be. Because I'm pretty sure the widow insulted Alex. Like
any chance she got.
Several times throughout this book. Mm-hmm. I know that there's a part where they drink, right?
Yes, they mention an alcoholic beverage that I think Galatian men carry with them.
I heard of Hennessy.
But it's supposed to be really foul. No one enjoys drinking it. You just do it out of the culture. And I think I don't remember exactly what the reasoning is. But they would always carry one with them just in case.
Oh, yeah.
Because I think it was if something bad happened.
Okay.
So then Miss Potter shows up. Mm-hmm. She's visiting. And I thought it was so fucking funny how Alex was just like, man, this place looks horrible. I can't entertain Miss Potter with my house looking like this. I remember a scene when they were trying to clean up a room and it was like cobwebs just coming out of the fucking mattress.
Love that.
Or the comforter or whatever. Mm-hmm. I thought that was funny. But yeah, so then Miss Potter comes and there's something going on between Miss Potter and Angus.
Oh, there is? I missed that.
Really?
Is there?
Yes.
Was there tension?
Oh, shit. What did I do?
Oh, you're fine.
Okay. Well.
Was there tension?
No, like romantic. What do you mean?
Like, was there I didn't feel really? Dude, I missed that. Sorry. Audiobooked it.
You missed the romance that you've been deeply craving. That's crazy. Girl, I thought you would have found romance between the Moroi and Alex. Like, just something.
I saw that and I was like, oh.
Any sparks around here, please.
So, Batman and Miss Potter. Mm-hmm. That's cute. I thought she was an old lady. Love that for her.
I think they're both old.
Oh, okay. Love that for that. Fuck, that gets me then.
Oh, my God. So then she's staying.
I like the first conversation that Potter has with Alex, because Alex is like, "You still into that mushroom shit?"
She's like, hell yeah.
Hell yeah. You can't stop being a mycologist because of one bad moment.
One bad mushroom is not going to ruin the other mushroom.
Yeah, and she like brought up like, you think that if you have one bad experience with an animal, you can never be a vet? No, that's dumb shit.
He's like,
yes, did we destroy an entire house? Yeah. Did someone die? Yeah.
2 people actually.
I know, I counted. Did I drink out of the river? Maybe. Neither here nor there.
It looked too good.
No, but I really like their conversation, because there's so much times where Alex is like, don't think about that. Don't think about the mushrooms. Don't think about my friends. That's in the past. It makes me sad for Alex. So much shit
Why?
went on in their lives before, and now they're like, I'm home now, and I'm cleaning cobwebs.
Yeah.
And my cleaner's a bitch. I can't tell her that.
I think
It's in...
someone else, the father visits, no?
I don't remember.
Father Sebastian?
Oh, yeah, you're right.
So when they're having dinner...
I think it's Father Sebastian that asks, like, so what do you think of the widow?
Right, but I think the widow is not that charming, and that's why they kind of bring her up. And that's when Alex says she's very brave, and then everyone looks at Alex and is like, what do you mean? And they explain Angus couldn't get anyone else to work here, all afraid of what was it, Moroi, if you can believe it, but not the widow. Moroi, asked Miss Potter, what's that? Monster that sits on your chest, Alex explained. But I don't remember who brought up the Moroi to Alex.
It was that.
No, that's Alex saying it.
Yeah. I don't remember either, but let's just start from there where we were at. Okay. So the Moroi is mentioned at this dinner, and it's a woman that sits on your chest, and they talk about her not being alive, but not being dead. So she can catch you in 2 instances. She can catch you in your dream state, which is something you can't escape. Or she can catch you in a physical state, which is something you can escape. Which I thought that was like an interesting way to put it.
Yeah, it seems really scary.
I can't even escape her in my dreams.
But people also say that she can come in a form of a moth or a beautiful woman. Though I think perhaps the last is mixed up with tales of women who come at night to steal a man's... and then the priest remembers that Miss Potter is there. So then he stops himself from going on about that. And so the dead Moroi are supposed to be the spirits of those buried in unconsecrated ground without properties.
Yes.
Trying to steal enough bread so that they can live again. Sometimes it is even said that the Moroi is the ghost of an unbaptized child or one stillborn, still trying to draw its first breath. That, of course, is pure nonsense. God is merciful and will never punish an infant soul. So that's the priest saying that.
Yeah.
Father Sebastian. So they're having this whole discussion, talking about the Moroi, giggling, laughing, kikiing, talking about how scary this is, right?
Yeah.
And isn't it this very night when Alex dreams of the Moroi?
Yes, and it's funny because like, well, it's not a funny experience. Alex is laying down and feels the need. I forget the explanation of this. I don't know if it's like feels the need to get up or feels the need to talk, but it's explained as like something that's taking a very long time to do, and it feels like years have passed. And then there's a lady there. Oh, it's because he sees a lady and he wants to ask, what are you doing here?
Yes. And
is unable to talk.
Alex is thinking to themselves, if a lady was here, I wouldn't let a lady in here without knowing at least their name. Yeah. That's so unlike me.
And I don't remember if it's at this part too where they were like, oh yeah, a lady's in here, but that's weird. Where is this person? And it was a person that was a soldier with them. And it's like, you're kind of mixing up realities right now. It's like you don't really know where you're at. But when they try speaking to the lady, they can't speak. And it's because the lady's kneeling down on their chest.
Yeah. And it's explained, I hadn't felt it happen, but now she was heavy, extremely heavy, and I could only get tiny sips of air. Clearly, she had no idea she was crushing me. The dark room began to grow darker. If I faint, we're both going to be so embarrassed. And my tinnitus surged up then, ringing in my head like gunmetal bells.
Damn. I think it was...
I think it's so funny because the next day, Alex is like, okay, the problem with telling a story, of course, is that you already know that I'm going to tell you something significant. I'm telling you something significant that happened. It's not as if we sat down together and you said, Alex, tell me a tale where you had a pleasant trip to your homeland and the worst menace you faced was the amount of paprika the widow put in the sausages. No, you wanted a proper hair raiser, and here I am trying to tell you one, whoever you are. And then Alex mentions, you would think that I would have noticed that this was the first red flag.
But no. Because I'm dumb.
No, it's because they were talking about the Mariah. I feel like I would be the same way. I'd be like, oh, yeah, well, we were talking about it. So
I know, but I feel like it was so real. You know what I mean?
You ever have sleep paralysis?
I do.
It feels very real.
I do have sleep paralysis sometimes, but I think I would have, like the first book, I think I would have picked up on it. Hello?
I don't think so.
This type of shit that we just killed mushrooms. I saw Roderick go up in flames. I think I would believe this. You just live here? I would have sold a house. Hell no. Hell no.
I don't think I would have figured it out. I think I would have just been like, well, that's what I get for drinking too much.
So the widow's son, what's his name again?
Boris
gets sick.
Very sick.
And the widow is just like, oh, my son, we gotta make sure to protect my son, to take care of my son. And then Alex is like,
I thought she was so chill in the beginning.
Oh, you're right.
She was just kind of like, I don't need a doctor. What's a doctor gonna do? A doctor is a death sentence.
That's what I was gonna bring up, because after she said, like, my son's really sick, Alex, trying to be nice, was like, do you want me to call a doctor? And it's like, no. That's like sending my son into like fucking a death sentence. Mm-hmm. That's worse. Yeah. It's like, what do you want me to do then? Like, I can't do anything. The only thing I can do is get a doctor. And then Alex keeps seeing Boris get sicker and sicker, and is like, I wonder if I could convince a doctor to just come here. Mm-hmm. And
not tell the widow.
Alex talks to Father Sebastian and is like, you have a doctor friend, right? Can you just bring your doctor friend over for dinner? And maybe just like, oops, I'm checking his temperature.
Oops, I just fell with my stethoscope and I'm here.
Oh no, my popsicle stick. Open your mouth.
I do think
no.
I do think it's funny how Alex explains the phrase I'm keeping, mm-hmm. or he's keeping, she's keeping. Because when he asks the widow, how is Boris? She says he's keeping. And Alex tells us, the reader, which, as I've already pointed out, it could mean anything from a full recovery to being measured to a coffin. I just think it's so funny of having, a well-known phrase where it could just be a whole range of things. Mm-hmm.
Damn.
But yeah.
I don't remember. Wait. Isn't like the first biggest thing that the widow does that's kind of like, oh shit,
the knives?
Yes.
Dude, that was crazy, because Alex goes to lie down. He puts his hand under his pillow and cuts himself because the widow put a knife
like
under
a hunter's knife.
Yeah. And the reason was because I guess it's well known that iron fends off evil spirits. And so then he starts asking everyone, hey, do you guys have weapons under your pillows? And everyone came out with a fucking butcher's knife.
You know what I thought was funny though?
What?
Because it explained that the size of the knife kind of explained how much protection they would need. Uh-huh. So Alex's knife was very big, but fucking, I think it was Agnes that comes back in and is like, I just got a butter knife. Wait, mine just is a little post-it note that says knife spelled incorrectly.
Well, I do remember that Miss Potter had the butcher knife.
She had the biggest one. Mm. Yeah. And then it was a hunter's knife for Alex, something like that. And then it was like a knife just for like cutting foods for Miss Potter. And then Agnes had a butter knife.
Yeah.
That shit was so funny. Oh my gosh.
Tell me how you really feel about me. I And I thought it was so funny when Alex confronts the widow and the widow's like, yeah, I put that there. Also, can you give it back? You can take them tonight, but I'm going to need them to cook.
Oh my God. I couldn't stand this bitch. Oh my God. I love you. I love you. I get what you're doing. Get out of my fucking house. But can you like clean before you go? Oh no. Oh, dude. I don't remember when the doctor comes. Does the doctor ever come?
So they have dinner again with Father Sebastian, and Father Sebastian brings his doctor friend. But I don't think the doctor friend really did anything. I don't remember.
Yeah, I don't remember either.
I don't remember what came out of that, if anything.
Doesn't Alex have another Moroi experience? An ME?
Yeah.
I don't remember the second experience.
Mm-hmm. I think it's the same thing.
How do you not know, Alex?
You ever have nightmares?
I know, but I'm just, it gets me so angry. I'm like, how do you not see it?
No, but I think after that second time, then Alex was like, oh, shit.
This might actually be something.
See, like, they were as poor as church mice. Hell yeah.
A good ass joke, you used it a second time.
So good.
They pulled it from their book. They copy and pasted.
So I think Boris brings up to grandmother. Oh, that's his grandmother. That's not his mom. So the widow is Boris's grandmother. And Boris tells Alex, grandmother says I have to fight her, but I'm no good at fighting. Fight her? Fight who?
Your grandma?
That woman in my dreams, Boris explains. So the reason why Boris is so fucking sick is because of the Moroi.
Dude, I don't know anything about this Boris man. I'll be honest. I just thought he was... I thought he was kind of a bitch.
Really?
Yeah, because I'm like, you're just following her. I thought it was his mom. So now that I know it's his grandma, okay. But if my grandma was like, get up, levántate, you have to fight her, I'd be like, grandma, please. I didn't even want to come with you.
And then also the widow was sprinkling salt on the floor.
It was a lot of salt, wasn't it?
Yeah. I was exaggerating. With the
no, she was like...
She was fucking tossing that shit.
Oh my God. You know what I hated the most about her? The fact that she walked around like she owned this house.
Yeah, she didn't give a fuck. She was probably thinking, hey, nobody wanted to clean this bitch. So you're lucky I'm here.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess.
So Boris isn't doing too hot. And doesn't do too hot until Alex tells him, hey, why don't you just sleep in my room?
Like a sleepover?
Or sleep in a different room. I don't remember if it was Alex's room or if a different room.
I don't remember.
But it was like, you need to switch up the scenery. And that night, Moroi didn't show up. Do you remember that? And I don't remember when, but it's the widow that tells Alex that the Moroi lives in the spring house. And I don't remember this scene exactly. She says this to them just as like a passing thing, you know, just, yeah, over there, and that's it, right? So Alex is like, oh, then I need to rearrange this shit over here, and maybe the Moroi will leave us alone. And I don't remember exactly what Alex does, but I do remember they move like a stone or something. And this was like a big deal because then the widow finds out and she's pissed. And Alex is shocked because they thought, oh, I thought I needed to do this.
Yeah.
What do you mean? I thought now the Moroi is laid to rest. And the widow is so fucking pissed. She's just like, you literally made everything worse. That was what was keeping her tethered. And now you set this bitch free, basically. Yeah. And Alex is just like, oh, well.
You didn't tell me that shit.
Why don't you fucking explain this shit to me?
God.
So then after that, let's get to the end. What is it that our characters are dealing with at the end?
So it's no longer, now that she's not tethered, does that mean the Moroi is now physical? Because it was believed that she was a ghost.
Yes. But this is the part that I'm a little bit confused by because Alex leaves their physical body. Because I remember Alex being in the spring house and then going to the stables And as soon as Alex touches Hob disintegrates.
Oh,
Don't you remember?
right.
Because
Yeah.
Hob turns, like, Hob's flesh comes off, the bone is there, then the bone like comes off, and it's very traumatizing.
My boy.
So you think this is actually happening, but it's because Alex left their physical body, so it's their soul just roaming around the house. And then what happens? Alex goes to Boris's room,
Yeah.
and the widow is there. And what is the widow doing?
I don't remember.
The widow is offering herself to the Moroi, but she's also saying, "Take the soldier."
Yeah, didn't she write down Alex's name too?
Alex's full name, and I think,
bitch, what the fuck?
and I think
you're right.
she had Alex's hair or something that belonged.
Oh, it was Alex's hair, and then it was funny because it was offering like, here's a piece of Alex. But then Alex was thinking, so every time this bitch came into my room and I thought they were being nice and taking the hair off of my brush, they've been collecting that shit. It was like, fuck. That's so fucking funny. She did not give a fuck.
No.
She just wanted to save her I thought was son, her grandson, but like, damn.
I mean, I get it, but it's like, damn, you can't even be a decent person, a little nice.
The Moroi? What does the Moroi do?
The Moroi is just chilling. Oh wait, before that. So Alex is standing behind the widow, and then Boris is standing next to Alex, and it's like, damn, that's sad, because that's also Boris's soul next to Alex. That's real sad. And then I don't know what the transition was, but then all of a sudden Alex is in war.
Yeah.
Do you remember that?
I remember that part because it was very disorienting because they were bringing up like, oh, I'm here, but I need to make sure that my teammates are safe. Wait, what am I talking about? I'm not in war, but I am. And it was just a weird state that he was in, that they were in.
Yeah. So in war, that's when Alex was able to fight the Moroi. And I think they killed.
I think they succeeded because I really like that part where Alex was like, I know this shit. Like, if I can't kill you out there, I'm going to kill you in here.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do succeed.
The end.
Yeah. That's what I was going to say.
I mean, yeah.
Wait, how does it end? Like, what's the last line?
And
Killed that bitch. The end.
And they lived happily ever after. So Boris does end up staying. I think it's so funny because the widow can't even look Alex in the face anymore because I think they're aware that Alex is aware of what the widow is doing.
Yeah.
And so the widow never shows up again. So Boris wants to stay and, keep the same position. And Alex is like, are you sure your grandma's okay with that? Boris is like, I don't think she's going to be visiting, so I think it's chill. So the last paragraph is, I burst out laughing, even though it hurt my chest, and Boris joined me. The sounds of our laughter rang through the woods, and nothing reached out to silence the echoes. And if they have not since died, so far as I know, they are ringing there still. Because a lot of the moments when they would see the Moroi, it would be very silent. And that's when Alex would experience the tinnitus, the ringing in the ears, or just silence. So one or the other. So that's why it ends that way.
I was hoping that the widow would have died.
Really? Why?
I just feel like she would have had a change in heart, or at least she would have had a moment of vulnerability. Like, I just did this for my grandson. She never had that.
No, she never did.
Bitch had her head up high until the very end.
I think she should have experienced something. Maybe not death, but close to death. I don't know. Could the Moroi attack her?
Could women experience the Moroi?
No, she's pro women.
I would have liked it if she did experience it though, because she kept telling Boris like, no, just kill this bitch. It's like, you don't know what it is. You don't know what it's like.
Oh, that's true. She did tell Boris constantly that all he needed to do was just fight the bitch.
I'm scared of her. She's scary, Grandma.
I don't even know if she ever perceived the Moroi. I don't know.
I don't think she did. It's so fucking funny. I forgot that that part where she outs Alex as like, just take them instead. I forgot that Alex was just incorporeal, just like, bitch. Hello?
Who gave you the right? You're at my house.
Wait, what happened? Because wasn't there a part where they didn't know what was going on with Boris at the beginning? And Alex goes up to Miss Potter and is like, please don't say it's mushrooms. Like, if it's mushrooms, I'm actually going to fucking pass out.
Probably.
Oh
I don't remember exactly.
I remember that part because there was always moments where they would mention the House of Usher. And Alex would be like, that's not here. That's not here. That's not what's happening.
I remember him mentioning the House of Usher because they were trying to see if the Moroi was like a ghost.
Yeah.
But Alex said, oh, I don't believe in ghosts. Yeah, what happened to Madeline Usher was weird, but that wasn't ghosts.
No, that was because
Mushrooms.
she kept drinking river water.
Yeah, exactly.
She kept making tea with the river water.
Exactly.
Thank you. I feel like this Sworn Soldier series, 2 books, is going to become a series. I feel like it's just going to be like, okay, here's Alex in another fucked up situation.
Oh, I definitely see that too.
Is there any confirmed, like, next books?
Oh, I don't know. Alex is just going to be put through the ringer. Going to be going through a whole lot of shit. Well, didn't this book just come out recently?
This book came out September. Just kidding. Let me check. February 13th, 2024.
Yeah, so.
It is a series. 2 whole books so far. Damn. I get it.
You get it?
Let me talk about my overall thoughts. I get
ahead.
it. I think that... I said this in the last one. I don't know. I feel like certain parts of this book, more so in the first one than the second one, are long-winded sometimes. And I just wish they would get to the point sometimes. I did like the characters a lot more in this book. Like, I cared a lot more for them than I did in the first book. Because when Roderick, spoiler for the first one, go watch our first episode. When Roderick burst out in flames, I was just kind of like, another Tuesday. But I did care for the widow's son. That man was a nice man. They're gonna be friends forever. Angus, Boris, and Alex.
And Miss Potter.
Oh, you're right. And Miss Potter in there. That's a fucking mismatched team.
Mm.
I love that shit. I think I like this book a lot more than I did the second one. First one, I mean.
Mm-hmm.
I think I would give this like a 3.5.
Okay. I am the opposite as you.
Wow.
I preferred the first one a lot. I liked the characters more in the first one. Not that I didn't care about them in this one. I just connected more. I did care when Roderick burst into flames. Thank you very much. I was like, no, not Roderick. But it's not that I didn't enjoy this book. I do agree with you that it did feel kind of long-winded. But I don't know. I kind of wanted more from the Moroi. I wanted her to... I don't know, really slay the day away. I'm not sure. So I'd probably give it like a 3.
I get it.
Kind of middle-ish.
Do you understand why T. Kingfisher has a cult following?
Oh, yes. I will be reading the third one.
You will?
I'm into it. I like Alex a lot.
Okay.
I find Alex to be so fucking funny. You know what I mean? Like, unintentionally funny.
Vibes. If you are listening to us in Spotify, whether that be... Sorry. If you are listening to us in audio form, whether that be Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, or anywhere you get your podcasts on, thank you so much. If you can leave a rating of 5 stars, because it helps a lot, and a review recommending us our next read, which we need reads for November right now, that would be amazing. I recommend cozy romances, slow burns, but not too slow because I'm just one girl, and just comedy. That sounds great. Also fantasy. I feel like I miss fantasy. Like, fantasy.
You read one fantasy book, you're over it.
I know. I'm just like, Becky, get this shit out of my face. No, I just feel like I do miss fantasy.
I need
a change of pace right now because
You're scared?
Wait, my chest feels kind of heavy. Wait, hold on. I just made that connection. Wait.
Cheli was already feeling that way all day. Your chest was hurting.
Yeah.
But you're a woman.
Oh. Thank you.
You're good.
That's a very Denton observation of you. I'm sorry.
What?
Because it was just very like, wait, you're a woman. You're good. If
Did you just call me American?
I'm so sorry. I think I did.
Which we literally are, but I just think it's funny.
If you want to support us and you have a little bit of extra money, what can they do?
So we do have a Patreon, and it really just serves as a way for our listeners to let us know that you really enjoy our content. You can find us on patreon.com/bookfix. But if you don't want the commitment of monthly, then you can find us on buymeacoffee.com/thebookfix or coffee, which is ko-fi.com/thebookfix.
If you are watching us on YouTube, thank you so much. If you can like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell, because we post every Tuesday and Thursday, along with some bonus episodes on some Mondays. But there's surprises.
Mm-hmm. Surprises for us too.
If you want to support us on social media, we do have a Goodreads, Threads, and an Instagram at the Bookfix Pod, and we also have a TikTok at the Bookfix. Thank you. Why don't we read a positive and negative review of this book?
All right, which one do you want?
I'll do negative.
Okay, so this review comes from Danielle, the book huntress. They gave it 5 out of 5 stars, and they wrote, I am a fangirl of T. Kingfisher. I love all of their books. I love cozy and scary together. Throw in some folklore and I'm sold. For its short length, What Feast at Night is an all-immersive experience that treats the reader to a journey where supposedly mythical creatures live and have the power to steal lives. The world building was excellent and sure to captivate readers who love folklore and reading about the legends of particular countries, real or created in the mind of the writer. Kingfisher has such a way with creating quirky and eminently lovable characters that will stay on the mind and in the heart long after the story ends. There needs to be more stories. This reader is not ready to say goodbye to Alex and friends.
So this comes from Ethereal Academia, who gave it a 1 out of 5, and they wrote, you know when you're reading a book and it's clear the author knows very little about your culture and language, oh my god, let me read that again. It's a long sentence. You know when you're reading a book and it's clear the author knows very little about your culture and language, but snatches pieces of it and lumps them into a mismatched tidbits of other cultures from nearby countries to create a new country, so that they don't have to actually worry about respectfully representing a real country in their work? That's exactly what T. Kingfisher did in this book, which is riddled with stereotypes. I'm Romanian, and I'm so tired of the characterizations of Romanians as backwards in fiction written by Americans. It's a boring and tired trope. She took names, Kadra and Mrs. Botezatsu, and mythical creatures like the Moroi from Romanian folklore without acknowledging that they're Romanian at all, not even in the acknowledgements, and situated them in this fictional setting. The main character is meant to be from this country, but spent their adulthood elsewhere and continuously insults Romanian customs and people. I'm tired of books like this. Also, no, Eastern European countries she was inspired by is predominantly Catholic. I guess the Catholic Church is present is played up for Gothic points.
Thank you so much for listening, and we'll see you next time.
Bye. Dude, I feel spooked out.
What? This was spooky for you?
No, I feel like the dread from every book that we've read from beginning spooky season to now. She getting to me, dude.
In what way?
Like I'm being pulled. I feel like I'm being I feel like I was the Moroi. I feel like now I need to kneel on someone's chest. I don't know. I feel just
drained.
Yeah.
Wow, that's so sad. That means you're not having fun.
No, it's okay. I'm just scared all the time.
You're not having fun?
I'm just scared all the time.
Should we put in some dark romance for you?
I think we should just cut this out. No.
Why?
Dark romance.
Well, what do you want?
Not dark romance.
What do you want?
Give me a cozy romance. That's all I want.
Well, that doesn't fit the thing.
Cozy romance, but throw in a pumpkin or two.
During Halloween time.